All right. Hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel once again, and this is going to be another predictions video. So, this one's going to be a voiceover because I'll be honest, I was cleaning earlier today and a lot of stuff got moved, and so my background is not looking the best. But nevertheless, it's time to ditch the work clothes and throw on the party clothes because this is the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam tonight, and what a show I'm expecting this to be, and what a lot of people are expecting to be. We're expecting some new champions, some returns, and so all kinds of stuff. So, real quick, before we get into it, a couple things to mention. For starters, these are going to be all my opinions, my predictions. So if you disagree with any of these, that's totally fine. In fact, put your predictions in the comments. The other thing is that at the review for SummerSlam this year probably won't be for a couple days because I do still owe you some reviews for Money in the Bank and for Heatwave. Actually, still haven't seen Heatwave. I've been pretty busy with a lot of stuff, and yeah, but also throughout the rest of August, I'm going to try to be finishing up the Monday Night Wars analysis. I tried to have it done before August, but obviously that didn't really work out. But yeah, I'm going to try to have it finished up by at least hopefully by the end of August. And it'll be intermixed, it'll be sprinkled in alongside our SummerSlam reviews. So we're going to be going back and watching some previous SummerSlam matches and reviewing them. And the match that I chose, again, not to toot my own horn, but I think you're really going to enjoy them. But without further ado, let's get right into these predictions. And the last thing worth mentioning is that this is just the order that they're listed in the Wikipedia. It doesn't mean it'll be the final order come showtime. So now, with that out of the way, let's get right into it. So first up, the WWE Women's World Championship will be on the line as Liv Morgan will be defending against Rhea Ripley. And ooh, what a tangled web we weave. So, Liv Morgan attacked Rhea Ripley, put her out of action, won the Women's World Championship inadvertently with help from Dominic Mysterio at Night of Champions. And from there, Liv Morgan's pretty much been trying to win over Dominic and trying to convert him over to the dark side. No, the darker side, as opposed to the regular dark side of the Judgment Day. But Liv Morgan trying to win over Dominic and the other members, and Dominic trying his hardest to resist. It's Dominic's the man here. Like Dominic, he's got the next level Riz. I'm telling you. But yeah, so Dominic came close to caving, but Rhea Ripley returned from her injury. I think she returned much earlier than people expected, but now. Dominic, at first, a bit conflicted, and Rhea wanted nothing to do with him, but convincing Rhea that he is on her side and has eschewed Liv Morgan. Or has he? As a lot of people are predicting that Dominic will cost Rhea Ripley the match and ultimately align himself with Liv Morgan. And I think that might be the direction. Perhaps a little bit of a misdirection here. Dominic finally caving in to Liv Morgan. And even though... for her Morgan was eschewed, like I said, by Dominic, who had the better crying face, Liv Morgan or Toni Storm, after she got betrayed by Mariah May. But nevertheless, so I think I am going to go with Liv Morgan here. I don't think she's done just yet, and I think the romance, what have you, between her and Dominic is only just beginning. And again, Dominic, it definitely his year for sure. Then next up for the Intercontinental Championship, the rematch from Money in the Bank, as Sami Zayn will once again be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. Now, obviously, we'll get more into it as we review Money in the Bank, whenever that is, hopefully within this week and everything. But in a baffling twist, somewhat, I kind of get maybe why they went this way, but in somewhat of a baffling twist, Sami Zayn actually defeated Braun Breaker at Money in the Bank. Will Lightning strike twice for her, the underdog from the underground, and Braun Breaker has been kind of continuing his rivalry with Sami Zayn. Now, people speculate whether or not this would be a triple threat with Ilya Dragunov getting involved, but it seems to not be the case. Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker fought for number one contendership. Braun Breaker ultimately put away Ilya Dragunov, so now he's gonna face Sami Zayn once again here. I'm surprised Sami Zayn hasn't busted out the metal plate like Bret Hart did. But as for this one, I think I am gonna go with Braun Breaker. Like, having Braun lose twice in a row, especially after you did that with Chad Gable, and it got the reception that it did. I think popping the title on Braun Breaker here would be cool. Well, plus, it would free up Sammy to go after the world title, which I definitely think he should be doing. And so yeah, I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker. We're gonna see if I'm right this time. Next up, the United States Championship is on the line as the YouTube sensation, in Logan Paul, defends against the megastar, with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah, now, admittedly, this one is going to be tricky. Not for the match itself, but with some of the controversy Logan Paul has been getting into. I don't think I've addressed it as that much on the channel. Now, politics and stuff like that, you notice I try to stay away from as much on the channel, only because it's something that I feel definitely divides us and divides a lot of people. Sometimes the division is necessary when it comes to certain politics and everything. But so Logan's been catching the flack for that. So obviously we're strictly talking about like Logan Paul, the wrestler here, or like Logan Paul, the wrestler, the character, not necessarily Logan Paul, the person. And we on this channel we try to separate the art from the artist. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Sometimes that's kind of not possible. But in this case, we're going to. That being said, LA Knight still does not have singles championship gold. Logan Paul has been in this feud with LA Knight. So will this be LA Knight's time? I think if there was ever a time to pop a title, especially the United States Championship, like a mid-card championship on LA Knight, I think tonight would be the night. Not even just for Logan Paul as a person, what he's been up to, but Logan Paul as U.S. champion has run his course. He's barely defended it, so I guess Logan Paul took a page out of the Dean Ambrose title run book. But so I think I'm going to go with LA Knight picking up the win for this one. Next up for the WWE Women's Championship, Bayley will be defending against Nia Jax. So Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring tournament, and thus she got a shot at the WWE Women's Championship. And these two have been going back and forth, including Nia Jax calling her BBL Bayley, which I mean, Twitter had been saying that for a while, but it's funny that they actually acknowledged it on TV. And Bayley bringing up like Nia Jax injuring people and stuff like that. So kind of an interesting feud there. This one I could see going either way. Like if they popped the title on Nia Jax here, I don't think too many people would be mad at it. Bayley, I could still see having some mileage on her title reign, especially if they decide to put Jade Cargill in like the women's championship picture. But I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with Nia Jax on this one. I think Nia Jax. I don't think too many people would be mad at it. I certainly wouldn't. She's been doing pretty good stuff up since she's returned. Now is back in the women's title picture. So I think I'm gonna go with Nia Jax here. Next up, a rivalry that's been brewing for a while. Finally, after months of going back and forth, costing each other all kinds of stuff, at long last, the sinister Scotsman and the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre will battle the controversial, outspoken cult of personality himself, CM Punk. Actually, come to think, I don't think he's ever referred to himself as the cult of personality, but nevertheless, so this essentially stems back from the Royal Rumble. So, long-term storytelling in WWE, go figure. But so Drew McIntyre, her in kayfabe, deliberately targeted CM Punk to the point where CM Punk tore his tricep, was forced to miss WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre won the World Championship at WrestleMania, and CM Punk cost him there, and pretty much just these two making each other's lives living hell. Drew Drew McIntyre assaulting CM Punk on multiple occasions. CM Punk costing Drew McIntyre championship after championship, including costing him the Money in the Bank contract after he cashed in at Money in the Bank. And yeah, we got to get to that as well. Also, it's come to a head here, and Seth Rollins is the special guest referee for this one. It's not no holds barred like a lot of people, myself included, would have hoped, but you know what? I'll take it. It does make sense. Seth Rollins also has issues with CM Punk. Seth Rollins also has an issue with Drew McIntyre, or I imagine we'll probably get a triple threat between these three at some point. But as for this one I could see going either way. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way, as in like I don't care, but like I can make the argument for either side picking up the win in this one on Drew McIntyre finally getting his vindication, finally vanquishing this demon, kind of a demon he created in a way in CM Punk. CM Punk finally being able to exercise his demon in Drew McIntyre, getting that revenge and finally fulfilling things. CM Punk said that his rivalry with Drew McIntyre will come to an end after this. Hopefully he's right about that. Don't get me wrong, this feud has been really solid, but it is time, I feel, for both men to move on, especially now that CM Punk is clear and everything. As for this one, I think I'm probably going to go with CM Punk. A lot of people have also speculated whether or not Seth will accidentally cost Drew the match, like do something similar to what happened at SummerSlam 97, where Shawn Michaels accidentally cost The Undertaker after Shawn was special guest referee and actually hit Undertaker with the chair. A lot of people wonder if Seth Rollins would do that here, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with CM Punk. Next up, WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line as El Campeón del Mundo. Damian Priest will be defending the championship against the Ring General Gunther. So Gunther won the men's King of the Ring, so he got his shot at Damian Priest here. Damian Priest, I definitely will bring this up. A very solid reign as world champion, becoming more of a face, kind of some tension between him and the Judgment Day, as Damian wanted to, go out on his own and everything. So, people have wondered, will this come back into play in the match? Will Finn Balor cost us Damian Priest here? If he did, I don't think it'd be a bad thing. So I am going to go with Gunther on this one. Gunther has called Damian Priest poor, or poor, saying that people like him don't deserve to be world champion. And Gunther, your Triple H is showing, but Gunther, or kind of making kind of a class versus class in a way out of this feud, which kind of interesting pivot, but I can kind of see it. But as for this one, I think Gunther probably is going to pick up the win here. I think Finn Balor or perhaps other members of the Judgment Day, such as like JD McDonough and Carlito, are likely going to cost Damian Priest, thus leading to that Priest versus Balor feud. So I think Gunther winning the World Championship here also wouldn't be a bad thing. So I'm going to go with Gunther on this one. And last, but certainly not least, in your main event for the Undisputed WWE Championship. I'm surprised they are still calling it the Undisputed Championship. They'll probably drop the Undisputed at some point. But the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will be defending against the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa. So this feud is essentially brewing post WrestleMania in the wake of Roman Reigns' absence. Hence Solo kicking Jimmy Uso out of the bloodline, recruiting Tama Tonga, then Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu also joining up with the bloodline, and so now leading to Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa having their kind of face off at Clash at the Castle, and playing this feud into full swing here, and Solo and the bloodline getting the win at Money in the Bank. And so now Cody Rhodes is going to battle Solo Sikoa here. So right off the bat, I don't think Solo's winning this one. Do I think Solo will be a world champion someday? I'm sure. Or would I be okay with him winning the world championship someday? Sure. Or I just think he needs to break on his own a little bit more before then, which he definitely has. Like, Solo's run as like the tribal chief, the new tribal chief, I think has done just that, where it's kind of put him in kind of a new limelight. To mixed response, of course, but I don't think he's winning it just yet. But the big question on everyone's mind: When's Roman coming back? Is Roman coming back? Like, my answer, I think most likely. It'd be poetic for Roman to come back here. It was SummerSlam of 2020 where he came back, assaulted the Fiend and Braun Strowman, and really, he cemented his new heel character, began new heel character as Tribal Chief and everything. It would obviously get fleshed out later on, but Roman and coming back here would be well justified. It'd be pretty cool, and I think people would be really into that. It's gonna get a huge pop, like definitely pop of the night. We didn't get the Jimmy Uso return on SmackDown, so DIY just straight up lost, which kind of sucks, but I think Roman will return here, to confront Cody, to confront Solo. We will see. But so I'm gonna go with Cody here. I think there's still. I think they're gonna pivot towards Solo versus Roman, and but also. I think they're going to pivot Cody towards other people, most notably Randy Orton. There's still quite a bit of mileage, I think, for the Cody Rhodes title reign, and I think they're going to do the pivot here from this match. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for my predictions. So, hopefully this comes out before, or I'm hoping to have this uploaded around 7 o'clock. If not, then you can always watch it either during the show or afterwards, and it'll be a nice little time capsule of what I was thinking a couple hours before SummerSlam, and to see what I got right and what I got wrong. But also worth mentioning while I'm doing the outro here, I forgot to mention for the Cody Rhodes and Solo match, it is Bloodline rules, so things are gonna get crazy. Undertaker, you know what to do. But nevertheless, what I think is gonna be the strongest and weakest match of the night. The strongest is gonna be, if it's not the Universal Championship match, at least in terms of like the storytelling and everything, then it's definitely going to be Punk versus McIntyre. A lot of people feel like Punk versus McIntyre should have main evented, and I'm inclined to agree, but with Cody Rhodes and Solo being another like major story, and that one being for the title, I can see why that one main event is going to main event the show. But Punk versus McIntyre, if that one main evented, I wouldn't be mad at that either. But Cody and Solo main eventing makes a lot of sense as well, especially with the potential Roman Reigns return. So I think those are going to be the strongest. The weakest, if only by comparison, maybe the U.S. title match, but that's only really by comparison, or maybe the WWE Women's title match between Bayley and Nia Jax. But otherwise, this is gonna be an interesting one. I'm excited. But that is going to do it for this predictions video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on those post notifications so you know every single time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. And let me know in the comments below, are you excited for SummerSlam? What are your predictions for SummerSlam? But thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.